Hey guys, Wes here. So I'm going to do a quick beta update. I'm going to do an update on my 20 gallon after this actually. So yeah, I'm sorry for not uploading videos for the past few weeks. Nothing interesting has really happened in my hobby, so I just didn't feel like making a video and just rambling on about something random or boring. But since my plants that I ordered for the 29 gallon are going to be arriving tomorrow, I just felt like I was in a video mood because I'm going to end up making an unboxing video for that. So I'm just going to do a quick beta update. So as you can see, things are a little bit different. As you can see on the driftwood, the moss is, the quantity of moss is much less. At the base of all the moss before, there was starting to grow some like brown, blackish, like dying off moss, and you can kind of see right now, if I can pan to it, it's kind of like covered and like stuck together with some kind of green algae. I'm not exactly sure what it is, and I thought trimming off the tops of all the moss and bunching them together and re-gluing it onto the driftwood, it would kind of get rid of that algae that's like kind of keeping it all enclosed. But as you can see there, it's kind of connected. You can see the two like middle pieces of moss are joined by a little green like webbed finger type looking algae. Other than that, the plants have been doing okay. You can see a little bit of narrowleaf java fern that's not doing so well right there. The Marimo moss balls are almost the same size now. The one on the left was the one that I initially bought as the larger size, and the one on the right was the one that was small when I got it. So that one is growing much faster than the other one. And you can see my beta right there. He's just bored sitting on the bottom right there. He's not like bottom sitting, like lethargic like how you would think it would be. He just always lays on the bottom when he's tired. He doesn't sleep on the beta leaf that I got. He just sleeps on the bottom at night. Other than that, you can see it's kind of due for a water change. The water is a little bit lower than I would prefer, but I'm probably going to be doing a water change either tomorrow or Thursday, so that will kind of remedy that. The Anubias in the back right, the Anubias congensis, isn't doing too hot. I haven't really been trimming lately, so if I trimmed off those more yellow leaves in the back corner, especially the one in the way corner by the bubbler, that one is starting to decay a little bit. So if I trim that off, it'd probably send out some new leaves out the base of the rhizome. Down in front here, that Anubias isn't doing too hot either. I just haven't really been keeping up any maintenance besides water changes. I haven't been trimming or like fertilizing probably as much as I should have been. But the Anubias isn't looking too hot, but it's doing okay. The Crypt Parva hasn't grown really at all. I'm surprised. That's been in there since the start of this tank, and it hasn't gotten any bigger, but it hasn't been getting any worse. So I haven't really considered doing anything with that because it's just there and it looks fine. Down in the middle, through the jumble of all the moss, you can see the Anubias petite, Anubias nana petite. You can see it right there. That one is doing okay. I trimmed off some larger leaves because they were kind of getting algae and turning brown, and the snails just weren't really getting to it in time. So I trimmed those off, and those little leaves have just been sustaining. I think I've used that word before describing some of my plants. So it's not growing super fast, but it's also not doing bad, just like the Parva. And then right there you can see the other Anubias nana petite right there. Sorry, my finger's really big right there. That one looks like it's doing better. It's growing a little bit more consistently. Let's see. I believe that Anubias right there, right below the snail, is Anubias fraseri, I want to say. That one's doing okay. It's sending off some new leaves. You can see some smaller leaves right there. The regular Java fern That's actually a new leaf in the middle. You can see it's a lot lighter green than the one on the left. That's a new leaf. There's actually one behind it that's dying off a little bit. You can see it's a little bit brown. But otherwise that's doing fine. The Anubias in the back there, under the driftwood, I don't remember what kind of Anubias that is. That might have been another Anubias frazeri. I'm not quite sure. But that one is doing okay as well. You can see that brown stem. I trimmed off a leaf right there that wasn't doing so hot, and that stem has just been decaying even more. Now on the right here, those are all... Oh, my tripod is really off balance. There we go. You can see on the right, I've been kind of collecting all the baby Java ferns off the tops of the other leaves. Like I could trim that one off on top right there and put that onto a rock, just like I have been with the other ones. And those ones have been doing good. They haven't been dying off at all, so they're growing pretty nicely. You can see on the base of the driftwood, there's that black part right there. That is the remains of like a wrapped up rhizome that came in one of the PetSmart plant tubes. I've just left that there. I haven't really noticed, it doesn't really bug me until I just looked at it now, but it doesn't look too bad. But you can see there is a like a rhizome extension coming off of that, so that one did manage to survive by sending out a shoot out the side. And then on the back of the driftwood, there's those Java ferns. The one on the left is kind of yellow. I might trim that one and just save the little baby on top. But otherwise, the rest is doing fine. That brown leaf could probably be plucked off. It looks like it's about ready to just fall off, so I could just pull that off if I wanted to. I just haven't really been doing too much maintenance. And then in the back, you can see those roots down there. That is Anubias frazeri. The last leaf wasn't doing so well, so I cut it off, hoping that it would grow another leaf, and it hasn't grown any other leaves. But the roots and like the little rhizome haven't really been dying off, so I've just kind of left it. I want to see what it does. And then the last thing I want to update, where did he go? I have, oh, he's still there. I have a pygmy cory. Okay, my video shut off unexpectedly, but I was just explaining my last pygmy cory. I lost one quite early on. That's just kind of expected when you get new fish. And then I had two, and for a long time I had two, and then recently, probably 2 or 3 weeks ago, the last one, I found him belly up one morning, and I'm not exactly sure why. And I was kind of afraid that the last one was going to die from stress, but he's been doing fine. I do want to eventually get him some other friends, probably 3 more, so I can have 4 total. But my LFS doesn't carry that kind of cory very much, and they don't really take special orders very often. So I'm on their newsletter, so if I ever get an email with all the new fish, I always look to make sure there's any pygmy cories on there. I'll go and get those. But yeah, the beta's doing fine. His fins aren't black on the ends anymore. I've been feeding him the Tetra. Let's get the can out. It's the Tetra Betamin Tropical Medley. And every once in a while, I feed the Tetra freeze-dried bloodworms. And I also feed Omega-1 First Flakes. It has, it says it has appetite enhancement, and Omega-1 is just this really good quality food overall. And so I just feed them that, even though he's not a new fish. It's always good to have a variety of food. So yeah, that's about it for this update. I'm gonna go and do a 20-gallon update, so stay tuned for that video next after this beta update. So thanks for watching. Remember, I'm doing a giveaway when I get to 150 subscribers. So definitely hit that subscribe button if you aren't subscribed already. Hit that like button. I always love to see that. And if you have any comments, any feedback, any advice with the moss up there with the little green algae, definitely put that in the comments. That would be very much appreciated. So, yeah, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.